Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Golden Lap. We are here for yet another race with Knight in the Knight career mode. And last time out we had a pretty good race. We had a pretty good episode. In fact, definitely our best episode by far because we got not only a race win, but we also got Henri Lefebvre to finish up in 4th as well. So Henny Holgersen and Henri Lefebvre both picking up a chunk of points, which actually takes us, let's check the standings, into a solid 2nd place. And from here on out, keeping hold of that 2nd place is the number one priority, with a kind of a slight eye on trying to get Henny Holgersen as many points as we possibly can. Henri Lefebvre, kind of the same idea, just get as many points as possible and really try and give us the 2nd place, kind of like certified, you know, like absolutely guaranteed. We're going to look at the car, and I don't really think there's much in the I don't want to spend too much money. I don't want to keep building parts and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an upgrade for each car, each driver, each car, and leave it at that. And then we're going to move on from looking at that. We've got a press conference to get to. We're going to get to that next. Looking at any of the questions we've got. How many wins does Henry Holgersen? So it's Henny Holgersen and Henri Lefebvre. So Holgersen has 6 wins before. So coming into this season, he had 6 wins, and he's now got a 7th. So yeah, anytime he does finish a race, look at that. Races completed, 48. Top 10 finishes, 48. So when he finishes, it's in the points, which is quite something. This is 5 seasons completed. This is his 6th season. He's got a 7th win. That's pretty respectable. And Henri Lefebvre has made 1 race. He's had 1 race, and he managed to pick up 12 points, which is really, really nice. Okay, next question. That was a good question from Adam at the start. Just a bit of stats background for you. Now, from Oppa, I was up to ask, what would have happened if the team had chosen Holgersen as driver number 1 at the beginning of the season? Bregman with no pressure. Maybe he would have performed better. But yeah, no one can answer this question. Well, that is it's an interesting hypothetical to look at, to think about. Because we backed Bregman from the start. We said Bregman is number 1. But did he really live up to it? No, he didn't. So could we have backed Henny Holgersen from number 1? It would have been unfair because we only just signed Henny Holgersen. It would have been a bit of a weird kind of a bit of a I don't know, like FU to Bregman, basically. A driver who we've had for a long time. In the press centre, we opened a bottle of port from the famous Scottish vineyard at Ben Nevis, celebrated the race win. Look forward to the rest of the season. That's awesome stuff. Next question from Pen Letters, Ridgemont Fast Times, who's been a regular at the press conferences. So thank you very much, Cobra. Mad respect. You must be well pleased with Holgersen's performance in Brazil as he pulled an impressive victory over the Etzolinis. I really am. That's absolutely true. I'm very impressed. I'm chuffed. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. How will Knight reward him if he is able to keep this level of competitiveness through to the end of the season? Ooh, that's a question, isn't it? Okay, so if we look at the calendar and we look at Holgersen's performances, he's gone 7, 3, 2, 7, 6, 4, 1. Very consistent. Shall we try and set a target? Okay, let's do that. Let's set a target. We've got 3 races to go. A 3rd place finish, it goes 25, 18, 15. So if he can average, let's say if he could score 40 points, which would take him to 132. So let's say if he can score 130 points. No, let's say 132. Let's say 132 because 132 just happens to be 40 exactly, and also above where Anders Nilsson is. If Henny Holgersen can score 40 points in the next 3 races, then I think we should keep him in for another season? Not quite sure on that. I don't want to just make a decision. I also want to get feedback from you guys. So what do you say? Do you think that's a good target? If he can get 132, we'll keep him for another season? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Okay, next, same commenter, still from Cobra. Are you satisfied? I cannot speak today. Are you satisfied with your returns from your acquisition of Lefebvre? Does he have a future, or is he strictly a rebound driver because of Bregman's hospital stay? What are your hopes for him before he's once again released to the world? So he finished 4th. If he were to finish 4th in every race from now to the end, he would get 48 points. Shall we try and say 3 races to go, 30 points? Because once again, that would take him to 42. That would be above Bregman. We'll set them targets. I won't confirm whether or not that will mean, okay, if they hit that target, they're in next season. But we'll set those targets and that will give us something to think about. It's 132 and 42. Targets set, line drawn. See if they can do it. Next question. Thank you, Cobra. Good questions. Cody says, after that race, the entire racing world is drinking Henny's Henny in celebration of his epic victory in Brazil. It is clear that not only did the racers outrace their competition, but the decision-making at night was better than Ezzolini. Do Neri and Edwards play any part in the strategy of a race, or is that decision-making left to me? Do you think the decision-making is an underrated aspect as to why Nielsen isn't performing as well as he did last season? Every time I talk about last season and Nielsen, I have like a slight caveat to say, which is there were so many races last season where there was rain, it kind of muddies the water in making judgments. You know, you can't make a judgment. He had such an advantage over the course of the first, like, 4 races that he was just, like, away and done. The championship was more or less dusted, you know? So, hard to say. When it comes to race strategy, bruh, I just try my best. I just try my best and hope that I don't make many mistakes. So yeah, good question though, Cody. Good question. Thank you for that. Last question, Adam, press conference. Has Team Knight found its stride this season? I certainly hope so. But there's only one way to confirm that, and that is to race again, and it is to have another good race. So that is the press conference done. Thank you for everybody who left a comment. And just a quick shout out that we've actually hit 890 subs. So a little bit of a couple of subs coming in since last episode. So thank you to every single person who does decide I'm going to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it a lot. We are slowly creeping to 1,000, which is really, really cool. And when you do get to 1,000, you've got over that first hurdle. You know, you've made it to 1,000. You can apply to be a partner or the YouTube ad revenue partnership thing. And if you get enough watch hours, that is. And yeah, it's a big kind of step. It's like the first big step in the old YouTube journey. So thank you guys. I really, really hope you enjoy the video. Let's go. Let's go. Timestamp. Done. On we go. So we've done the garage already. It's just going off to Isavanini for the South African GP. Hit and continue. No sabotage. We are all good. There's no rain either. So let's tune up and let's get ready to go. So, Esteval Canto from Bancroft, party too hard. Carlos Mendez, Vernier, party too hard. Too much. Holgerson goes, Lefebvre goes, ×2, open up the sectors, move the track down, confirm that the track can be seen. Yes, it can. On we go. Qualifying. Henny Holgerson, put in a good lap, if you please. In the zone, Henri Lefebvre, early doors. Very nicely done. Can you get past Christoph Fischer? Yes, you can. And put in a cracking lap of a 1:15.23. However, Ward goes faster, and we have to wait and see what Anders Nielsen is doing. He's gone purple middle sector. We're going to tune up as we wait. So the worst is chassis. So let's focus on the chassis for Henny Holgersen. These are not grand. There we go. That's a better one. So many zeros. Why are they all zeros? That is ridiculous. 21. Focusing on the chassis and we get 21. Why were there so many zeros? Ouch. Chassis again. This time a much nicer start. Only 6 for that though. Wow. These are tough numbers. Okay, 21 though. And we'll match that with 2 up there. So 23. Not a great start when it comes to the old tuning. And Anders Nielsen puts in a purple sector 3 and does go fastest by barely half a second. 0.3 even. So not very much at all. Onwards we go. Holgersen this time is in the zone. Purple sector? Indeed. Purple sector. Purple sector number 2? Indeed. Purple sector number 2. And he goes fastest, a full second faster. However, Henri Lefebvre more or less matches his first lap time, only managing white sectors in 2 and 3. Not ideal. Okay. Is this going to be another 0? It's not. Good. That's better. That's much better. 34. 34 off of that one. Very good. Oof, okay, so a 0. Yeah, I knew it. It's just going to give us a 0. That's better. Oh, that's better. There we go. And just a little bit extra into the engine. We're trying to get those chassis perfect and ready. And the cars go out for their 3rd lap time. So I want to see more improvement from Henri Lefebvre. And I want to see Holgersen basically put in another good lap. Let's see what he starts with. Does he go purple? He does indeed. And Lefebvre with a green sector. Back it up. Another green sector. Yes, indeed. Holgersen goes a little bit faster. Henri Lefebvre also, he does go faster. But it doesn't actually improve his position because he's not closed the gap on the Ezzolinis enough, although they are. Look at that. There's a 1/10 of a second between all of those. Okay, chassis again. Let's go. Again, another difficult one for Henny Holgersen as we try and get that chassis sorted out. Oh, big one. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. All we're focusing on is getting the chassis golden tuned for both cars, and then we'll pick another part to focus on. Just because on both cars, the chassis is the weakest part. Ethan Ward has done a purple second sector, but unfortunately, his lap is just a bit slower than Holgersen. Now, Nielsen's done a purple second sector. Lefebvre is unfortunately very slow. Nielsen's done a purple third sector, and that is outrageous. That is close between those 3 cars. Holgersen, you've got to keep your head on. There we go, 97, and we will move to the engine. Let's do a big risky one. Okay, it wasn't actually that bad. Okay, good. Engine is next. Yeah, yeah, there's a good portion of this track that is kind of straight, or like straight apart. So I don't think it's a bad shout to focus up on the engine for the next part. Okay, and we've got one left to go into the steering. That's all right. Out you go, Henny. And out you go, Henri. Okay, I've also just seen Ethan Ward has gone fastest. Didn't even see that. Holgerson is trying to match it, but is unfortunately stuck behind Edward King, which is a little bit frustrating. Henri Lefebvre does not improve either, and has actually been knocked down to 8th. So we've got to focus up, guys. We've got to improve on these next laps. $45 out of 90, halfway there. $65. That was much better. And out they go. So Holgerson this time has got a bit of empty track. Henri Lefebvre is probably going to catch up to Kekkonen. But has actually been overtaken as well. And Ethan Ward has gone even faster. Holgerson, you need to put in a good lap here. Green sectors is all good. And he does go faster, but not fast enough. He's kind of consolidated second. Henri Lefebvre only just, look at that, 1/100th of a second behind Anders Nilsson. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, we should still be able to. Should still be able to get the golden tune on the... Brilliant. There we go. On the engine, and now it's down to the steering for Henri Lefebvre. So he's actually had a better run of the numbers than Henny Holgerson. So Holgerson, okay, green sector 1, good. I was scared he was going to be stuck behind Karina Hostel there, but goes with a purple third sector and almost. Ethan Ward is going to improve and open the gap up again, but Henny Holgerson, that was a bit of a statement lap, and I'm very proud of him for doing that. That's outrageous. I can't possibly. It's too risky. It's far too risky. The only positive being, I know we're going to get another chance. Oh, that was pretty freaking good. Okay, we're also going to get another chance with Henri Lefebvre, so he might actually get a full golden tune. I don't think Holgerson will, but let's see what kind of lap time he can do. Holgerson, first sector, goes green, very nice. Second sector, goes green, very nice. Third sector, goes green, consolidates third. Henri Lefebvre consolidates fourth, if anything. Not bad at all. Okay, stuck behind Yan Schaub. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. There we go. Very well done. Okay, now let's try and get the numbers going in our favour. They're kind of not at the minute. No, they're really not. Yeah, they're really not. That was completely against Henny's chances there. Very unlucky. Boom. Wow. I went a little bit risky with Henri Lefebvre there, but he gets a full golden tune. So good on him, good on the team, good on the technicians, good on the engineers. Can't focus, Henny. How are you going to get pole position if you can't focus up on your very last lap? However, Henri Lefebvre in the zone. 2 green sectors. Into fourth. Wow, very nearly took third place off of Henny Holgerson as well. So, just a little bit of a reminder for Henny to kind of keep your wits about you. Be wary. Henri Lefebvre is not going to make life easy for you. Onwards we go. It's going to be a dry race by the looks of things. We're going to go for a classic medium hard, change the kind of split the strategies, so to speak. Ethan Ward partied too hard. Very good. Holgerson, let's go. Is Ethan Ward going to mess up his start because of the partying? Not quite. In fact, it's our drivers who have gone a little bit backwards. Although Ethan Ward has gone backwards as well. But now Holgerson in fourth. In third. Ethan Ward is going a little bit backwards. Oh, so is Henri Lefebvre. Then again, he is on the hard tyre, so you might forgive him for that. Holgerson, unfortunately. Let's calm you down then. Let's calm you down. And we're going to do what we did last time, which was save the fuel, save the car, and push at the end of the race. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to break strategy. It worked last time when it gave us the opportunity to really send it at the end of the race. That's what we're going to do again today. We're running 4 and 7. Edward King having a good race in front of us. Jan Schaub in the points behind us, mostly focused on where the Waylands are. Henri Lefebvre, you may have a push. You know what? You may have a burn as well. And he's got past DuPont very quickly there in the Vernier. Next up, Gruber, barely a second in front, could potentially get that move done. Okay, we're now going to swap them. Holgerson will have a burn and a push, and that will get Holgerson into third. Lefebvre has now lost behind both of the Verniers. That's unfortunate. However, Holgerson is running away from Ward and is trying to catch Nilsson, and King is currently in first position, so good for him. Okay, we're going to stop the burn, stop the push, and keep racing. 3 and 8 right now. Not a bad start, not a great start. A bit of a 50-50 if I'm being honest. Lefebvre in the zone, let's go. Try and catch up to those Vernier cars. Holgerson actually has the fastest lap of the race at the moment. Okay, that's only 8 laps gone. Only 8 laps gone. So even with Holgerson having the fastest lap, it does show that we might be the fastest car out there, but our strategy is to kind of wait and play the later game. Oh, yellow flags. It's too early. Unfortunately it's too early to do anything. Who sent it though? It's Ethan Ward. It's Ethan Ward who has sent it, lost it on this kind of tight, like really, you know, not more than a right angle, you know, very acute angle on that turn. That's one of the Etzolinis gone. And in terms of like the championship fight, if Henny Holgerson is actually able to get another win, I mean, he's not fully out of it, is he? I don't know. It does depend on what happens to Nilsson and King. But he's not fully out of it. Okay. Okay. So we're running 3 and 8 now. We were 3 and 9. Jan Schaub has actually got past Henri Lefebvre, which is it's the long game. We're playing the long game with our strategy, with our pushing, with our fuel game. You know, we don't have to worry about it. And now we only have 20 seconds until green flag racing. Here we go. Green flag racing. I'm going to go ×1 for a second. Slow the game down just a little bit. Just to plan what we're going to do. So it doesn't look like... Oh, no. Stop pushing. Stop pushing, Holgerson. Let's check the fuel burn. It's minus 4.9 and minus 5.0. So more or less the same. We're running 3 and 8. What is the plan? So the plan is... Henri Lefebvre is going to stay out on those hard tyres for as long as possible. He's going to gain track position when other cars pit stop. Henny Holgerson, who I believe, with that fastest lap, is still the fastest car out there when he's pushing and when he's burning. Which is good. Good to know. He's in the zone, so I can give him a push, but I'm not going to give him a burn because I want to keep the fuel for the end of the race. I want to hold back until the end of the race when it comes to the fuel. Holgerson, if you can just get an overtake done, do your best. He's very close to Edward King. Or very close there. We're going to get a sign coming up. I can't overtake him. Yes, you can. Just give it time. Just give it time. Okay, and now we rest. We don't have to push indefinitely. Although he is in the zone again. And in fact, he's got that second position because King has gone into the pits early. He is focused up. Let's give him a push. See if he can get the overtake done and go into first position. Which he can. He has just done that. Henri Lefebvre also can have a push. And what we're going to do is we're going to pit Holgersen, not now, but after the next lap. I think that'll be a better idea. And we might just do what we did before in a previous race where we just basically put him on mediums from start to finish. Okay, Lefebvre, you calm it down. And I think now is when we're going to want to pit. So we're going to calm down the... That takes him to the end. If there's a yellow flag, he could do a one-stop. But I think a medium is a safer bet. We're going to go mediums across the board for Henny Holgersen, provided, you know, nothing crazy happens. Edward King has actually got the fastest lap from us. And other cars have gone faster as well. So Holgersen in the pits, comes out, back in third place. And in he goes back into the race. It looks like Edward King is on the same strategy, more or less. Henri Lefebvre in fifth. Anders Nielsen obviously is going to have to pit and has just done that. And we are going to come out in second place. Lefebvre in the zone again. Push it. Let's go. Nielsen goes on to the soft. He wants a fast tyre right now. Very curious. Okay. Lefebvre's running a pretty solid, safe race here. We might even just put Lefebvre onto another hard tyre. Just be one stop and just kind of drive as long as we can go. Unless there's a yellow flag coming up soon, in which case I'll swap his strategy onto the same strategy that Holgersen is on, which is get a medium, push a little bit more, get another medium. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, and 4 all very close together now. Barely any seconds between them. Let's give it a push then, Holgersen. And a burn, and we've got 2.6 on the burn. So we're almost there. That second place Holgersen is still got. He can get past King. Here we go. This is the pressure time. Pressure time. Get past Edward King. In the zone again. Go for it. This is your chance. He's not quite close enough, so I'm going to tell him to stop pushing. Lefebvre keeps going. He will pit maybe even like lap 33. Just do a perfect one-stop, halfway mark one-stop. You know, hard tyre. Maybe even medium soft for Lefebvre. That could work. That could work. Because he's put in the hard yards on the hard tyre already. I don't know. That might be an idea. Okay, times 2 speed for a little bit because there's not much happening here. I'm just waiting for our next round of pit stops. And as I say that, Holgersen could push and he could try and get the job done on Edward King and open up a little bit of a gap before the final round of pit stops. Here he goes. He's right on his gearbox, half a second behind, if that. Over the line we go. He loses his focus and he's actually dropped to third because of that. So that's a bit unfortunate. Oh, okay. Times 2 again. Here we go. Okay, Henri Lefebvre, let's pit you. We're going to go mediums, and then we're going to be able to push even harder and potentially even go soft as well. Oh, you know what? No. Let's put him on the hard. He's done the hard work, stretching out this tyre to go for a one-stop. I think it's actually counterproductive, counterintuitive to then go to a two-stop after putting on that much work on the hard tyre. Okay. King's gone onto a hard tyre. What on earth? But he's gone for a two-stop. So he's gone medium, hard. Interesting. Okay, Holgersen's in the zone. Let's go. And can we push? Not yet. Half a lap. Who sent it? Hostler sent it. Okay. Times 4 speed. Let's just get through. Wow, look at that. That's 4 slow pit stops in 1 yellow flag period. That's outrageous. What else has happened? So, Nielsen's gone for the pit stop. Holgersen, it's a bit early. It's a bit early. I don't think it's necessary for Henny Holgersen to go for the pit stop, even though the other cars... Oh, I don't know, because look, he's tired. Oh. Yep, you know what? I'm going for it. No, am I? No, I'm not. I'm not going for it because a medium doesn't take him to the end, but a hard tyre does. Oh, this is close. This might be the wrong decision. 30 seconds, green flag racing. Here we go. So, can we push? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We are pushing, burning all the way to the end now. Who is second? Gruber is second. Where? There, just in front. Slow pit stop for Dan Janssen. Well, I don't really know what to say, but Gruber is kind of a surprise in the LeBron to be up in second. Okay, and now Holgersen will pit on lap 42, 43? Maybe even later, 45? Okay, Nielsen's got the job done. If I pit him now, he does get to the end, but we won't be able to push all too much. So I'm going to leave him out for 2 more laps. 2 more laps, okay. We're on lap 43. 44 or 45. 44 or 45, I don't know. He's got a decent gap on Nielsen, but I think he's going to have to overtake Nielsen. But he will have fresher tyres. Okay, here we go. We're going to push, pit. He'll come out. Good. He'll have fresher tyres, the ability to burn all the way from now to the end. And it'll basically just be go. It will be just fully go. So he's probably going to come out in second. He has come out in second. Okay. 5.9 behind Anders Nielsen. Anytime he says he's in the zone, he can push and he can burn from now to the end. Henri Lefebvre is going to try and chase Gruber. 12 seconds behind as things stand. Let's see what happens. Holgersen is already catching Anders Nielsen. Lefebvre's gone fastest with a 1.400. What on earth? My word. On the hard tyre as well because of how, like, the track is so hot. The track has heated up so much. Okay, Holgersen is on Anders Nielsen's tail as we speak. He is 1 second back. Get the job done and run off into the distance. Go on, Holgersen. This could be 2 in a row. Holgersen not in the zone, but we've got lots of laps to try and get this job done. Henri Lefebvre is 8 seconds behind Gruber. I think he might just be able to catch him because we can burn from now to the end. Saving the fuel. I think it does work. It's you know, it's playing the long game, but I think it does work because you want the fuel at the end. You want to be flying when the track is as fast as it can be. When your car is theoretically as light as it is because you've been using fuel, even as you save some. Okay, Holgersen, get that job done. I just need to see Holgersen go into first. He's gone faster than Lefebvre, but cannot yet get the overtake done. Then again, Holgersen hasn't come up with a message of, I'm in the zone, let's go. And when he does, I think that's when the job will be done. Lefebvre, let's calm you down. He is only 2 seconds down. Holgersen's got the job done. He has done it with so many laps to spare. He is now going to run off. The gap is already 1.6. It's going to keep growing because Holgersen, I mean, Nielsen's going to be desperate to try and catch him up. He's on a slower tyre and he's not burning. So he won't be able to push indefinitely. He won't be able to burn indefinitely. Holgersen, I think, will just keep going. And if he's focused up, we push him a little bit. We extend the gap. Lefebvre can't focus. No bother. Keep going. 13 laps until the end of this race. A slow pit stop for Kekkonen is not what he needs. Jan Schaub, by the way, is in 8th. Edward King is in 3rd. So at the minute, once again, we are beating Wayland and we are securing that 2nd place in the Constructors as I was hoping we would. Okay, Nielsen is now burning, and he has gone faster than Holgersen. But can he keep burning from now to the rest of the race? That's the question. And if we see this red symbol here disappear, and Holgersen is in the zone right at the perfect moment here. Lefebvre as well in the zone. When it goes yellow. Oh, there we go. Out of the zone. Out of the zone. He's opened the gap to 2.5. Henri Lefebvre is right on Gruber's gearbox. So close. Half a second behind. Get that job done. Get that job done, Henri. Henny Holgersen in the zone. Okay, they swap over. The gap is now 4.5 seconds because there we go. Look at that. They can't. Anders Nielsen cannot burn from now to the end of the race because we saved the fuel. We played the long game. We saved the fuel. We reap the rewards at the end of the race. Holgersen cannot focus. That's all right. The gap is 7.5. It's actually 8 now. And Henri Lefebvre, you've just got to get this job done. Can you get this overtake done and go for 4th place? We set those targets. 132 points. 42 points. If both drivers do genuinely, if they actually do hit those targets, then we might have, you know, no choice but to keep this pair. You never know. Or maybe we do try and poach Edward King. I don't know. The gap is now 11 seconds, and Henri Lefebvre is still right on Gruber's gearbox with only 5 laps to go. There's a yellow flag. Angelo Diaz has crashed from 10th. That is going to give Ambrosio the point for going up into 10th place. Also, remember, Holgersen has the fastest lap, which is an extra bonus point. So that's something to keep in mind as well. 2x speed, we're going to maybe lose 2 or 3 laps here, which is unfortunate for Henri Lefebvre, but very, very good for Holgersen because it just eases us over the line. Easy, no stress. And we are back. Green race, here we go. Henri Lefebvre, 2 laps, get the job done. It's 1 overtake. 2 laps, 1 overtake. Let's go. Holgersen's got the win, provided he does nothing silly and just gets himself over the line. He's in the zone, but I'm not going to push because he's got a 12-second gap. Go on, Lefebvre. Focus up. Okay, he's pushing anyway. Go on, you can do it. 4th place is yours. Go on, Henri Lefebvre. He's right there. He is literally 0.2 seconds behind him. He is so close. Holgersen's on the last lap. We're going to focus on Henri Lefebvre. We're going to watch Holgersen go over the line. And then we're going to swap our attention. Lefebvre's done it. He's in 4th. He's got it. Calm it down. Calm it down. And get yourself over the line for that 4th position. Here he goes. Last corner. 4th place. That's how we do it. What a race. So, just mediums across the board for Henny Holgersen. And a lovely 2-stop for Henri Lefebvre. Gets him hard tyres from start to finish. And also gets him 4th place. Yes, what a race that was. What a kind of late season we are having. We've left it late. We've had an awful season up to this point. But that's 2 wins in a row. That's Henny Holgersen. 2 wins in a row. 26 points. The absolute max. 38 points for Team Knight. Ezzolini only pick up 18, which is brilliant because that means we've gained 20 points on them. We didn't do the challenge bonus of using a soft tyre. That's my bad. But that's okay. So Henri Lefebvre on to 24 points. Henny Holgersen is genuinely in with a chance. He's 31 points on Nielsen. We might need Anders Nielsen to DNF one of the next 2 races. But Ethan Ward and Edward King, Holgersen might be able to take 2nd place. He's right there. He is right there. Really good season from Henny Holgersen. So consistent. Mr. Consistent. We are 63 points back on Ezzolini. Like I say, I think we would need some Ezzolini DNFs in order to give us a chance on either of the championships. I think they're gone already, but you never say never, and Henny Holgersen is proving that a late season charge can change everything, and Henri Lefebvre is just bringing home solid points. Absolutely solid points. He's raced twice. 2 times he has raced. 4th place in both. Very respectable, very good from Henri Lefebvre. One last look at the standings, guys. Henri Lefebvre moves into the top 10, which is, again, just utter respect. If he can finish above Bregman, that would be quite a statement in only 4 races, don't forget. And of course, Holgersen is now 3 points from second place. And if Anders Nielsen does DNF one of the next 2 races, who knows? Who knows? He could have a shot at the title. He could. He genuinely could. Thank you for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I've actually recorded it. It's gone out at the regular time. I've actually recorded it only a couple of hours before because I've given you, I've been busy and it's going to be a bit close, and I've given you a bit more time for the press conference. So a little bit of everything in there. A really good race, guys. Whoa, that was a good one. That was a good one. Thank you for watching. Until next time.